Welcome to a new episode of the Left or Right podcast. A lot of stuff happened this week. I hope everyone had a good week, by the way. Did everyone have a good week?
No.
Pretty lit.
No.
I had a good week because the Rams won the Super Bowl.
Mickey Mouse.
The Bengals should have won.
Rigged. That Super Bowl was so
why did
rigged.
they start-
I'm
actually
my
team
team actually
Hear me
won.
out.
Bengals
Why did they
versus
start calling
refs.
penalties as soon as the Rams were about to blow the game?
Literally.
How about that face mask call where
That-
T. Higgins got that touchdown, huh?
Bro, how
The game
about
was
those
rigged.
8
game was
extra downs that
insanely
they gave
rigged. Now
Matthew
you're-
Stafford because he kept
8 extra downs? Nah, there was only one bad call on the Rams side, and that was that holding call. I completely agree with that. But you know what? It kind of makes up for the fact that the Bengals literally got a free touchdown when T. Higgins ripped Jalen Ramsey's neck around with his fucking face mask, which is
We all
Game
agree.
was
call.
rigged.
Can we all agree that Jamar Chase is Jalen Ramsey's father?
Yes, I can't agree with that.
Jamar Chase
What?
went out here and said, "You're not the best cornerback anymore. I'm now your dad," and just absolutely dominated it.
Honestly, I'm just really surprised that they didn't give Eli Apple Player of the Game.
rigged.
I recently learned that Christian Walker was Herschel Walker's son.
Did you guys see that Herschel Walker is going to be running for the president of Idaho?
What?
Anyways,
The president
so
of Idaho.
Yeah,
we would like
Idaho's
to
breaking off.
I
from
want to
its own
just say
country.
something real quick. We would like to dedicate this episode to Jim Hagedorn. He was a congressman from Minnesota's first congressional district. He died on February 17th from a long fought battle with cancer. So may he rest in peace.
Rip.
F in the
Uh,
chat.
With that said, let's dive in. So Bill de Blasio, former mayor of New York City, announced that he will not run for Congress.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna let Vaughn speak first since he's from New York.
Let's go! That's what I'm talking about right there. That's great.
Yes, sir.
Your
I'm
week,
so
Ben.
happy. Anybody who eats pizza with a fork should be executed by firing squad.
I
That's
have never ate pizza at all.
I
What?
hate you.
No way.
Okay.
You've
I'm
never had
not
pizza.
kidding.
He's never
I'm
had a
never-
hamburger either.
I haven't eaten a lot of stuff. Okay,
Are we ignoring the fact this
He's
call
probably
only
a
has 9
vegan.
minutes left?
I'm not vegan. I'm definitely not vegan.
Okay.
Your favorite president is
William, what do you
William
think
Henry
about
Harrison,
this
so
news by
what
Bill
do I
de
expect?
Blasio?
Bill de Blasio is a terrible candidate, a terrible mayor, terrible everything. So yeah, good.
Terrible human being, terrible father, probably a terrible brother, probably a terrible son, probably just a horrible person overall.
Terrible mayor.
I've never met him, but he just gives off those vibes. He gives off the vibes of somebody who like when you're taking a piss, he goes to the urinal right next to you. He gives off those vibes.
Dang, that's pretty bad.
Austin, what do you think about what Bill de Blasio said about him not running for Congress?
I'm pretty happy. He's a horrible mayor, and he would have made a horrible congressman.
Was a horrible mayor.
What?
Let's go.
was?
Eric Adams is still bad, but let's go.
All right. Snoop Dogg or Joshua, what do you think?
Remember that day, that fateful day in 2011, where the American people learned that Osama bin Laden was dead, and they celebrated? I'm celebrating like that right now when I see Bill de Blasio is not running for any more political office,
Oh yeah.
or at least
As
not
of
for
now.
Congress.
Oh, we're
As
about
of
to get
now.
some bad news though. I read the topics, Zane. I read every single one.
Okay, that's
Wait, we're supposed to
good. That
read the
means you
topics?
actually know some good. That's good, Vaughn. I'm proud of you for that.
I know there's a lot of bad
James,
news.
what do you
in
think
here,
about what
and
Bill
it's
de
only
Blasio
one
said?
topic that's really
I don't think it's
bad.
all that surprising. Nobody really likes Bill de Blasio, to be honest with you. I mean, he eats pizza with a fork. That's not okay.
Yeah.
And
I don't
yeah, I'm
even
not
think
surprised.
Democrats like him.
In fact, I don't think anybody likes him, to be honest with you.
John Kerry probably likes him.
All right.
Probably.
And last but not least, Marty, what do you think?
Disgraced mayor and disgraced pizza eater Bill de Blasio should not run for any elected office ever again. Even though I have a feeling that if he ran, he would win because the people in New York are just that stupid.
Shut
I
up.
agree, Vaughn is.
But I
hate
think
you.
that it's good for humanity that Bill de Blasio steps far away from elected office.
I agree. All right. With that said, let's move on to the next topic. So, another infamous New York politician, you could say, Andrew Cuomo, this isn't like confirmed or anything, but he is reportedly looking at a potential run for governor of New York as an independent. Vaughn, please don't mess this up for all of us.
Oh, this is gonna be great. Now, this disgusting, vile human being that is Andrew Cuomo, if he runs, I view this as good news because there are some idiots here that would actually vote for this guy, that would actually support him, therefore splitting the Democratic vote. And you know who wins when the Democratic vote is split? Lee Zeldin. Because he's the front runner, so I'm just gonna assume that he's gonna get
Why would
nominated.
Andrew Cuomo get votes though? Like I'm genuinely like what?
Oh, because there's some idiots here. There's some real dumb fuck
Yeah,
you.
you have people
There's
like
some-
Vaughn.
Same people who voted for Bill de Blasio.
Oh, bro, it's gonna be so funny. And then if Andrew Yang runs too, even though he said he won't, you know that. Ooh,
Oh,
ooh.
Andrew Yang is low key cute.
I know.
Cuter
Right?
than Vaughn.
Okay,
Shut up.
James, what do you think?
Anyways, Andrew Cuomo, if he runs, ooh, ooh.
Get it? You get it, Vaughn?
That is going to be the funniest thing to ever happen in the state of New York. That'll be so funny.
No,
And you know what? I hope he
Oh.
does, because that'll give me so much to laugh at each day. You have no idea. And he'll get invited to the debates too, because there's enough people that would actually support it. There's enough people that would support him. And I'm so happy. I hope he runs just so he gets his ass kicked and comes in third.
Okay, all
And
right,
the
all right,
Cuomo
all right.
reign of
It's-
New York finally
James,
ends.
what do you think?
I mean Cuomo, I'm not a big fan of him. Obviously running
That
as
was my thing, though.
independent. I mean, he's never gonna win anything as an independent. That's just true, especially with modern society. I think these politicians, I think they have any chance running as independent are just a bunch of idiots who don't realize that people don't actually care about them. But yeah, I don't know. Again, if he does it, then it is what it is. Not much will change. He's not going to win anything. He might take a few votes away, but not enough to actually make a difference in the election.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
I mean, he'll like
also,
take
wrong.
away.
He shouldn't even,
You're
he
so
shouldn't even
wrong.
be considering.
It's so funny.
He shouldn't even be considering running for office right now. He should be sitting in the jail cell. By the way.
Oh, I completely agree. But he'll get votes. There's enough idiots here. There's enough dumb asses here. Okay, there is enough people that are so dumb they would rather have a literal what's the word? Can't really think of the word, but someone who sexually assaults women and lies about it and retweets people who defend him committing these horrible acts. They would rather have that than someone who would just like clean up the state. They would rather have that. And you know, if he runs as an
Vaughn, you
independent,
get it. Okay,
Okay.
you know
he'll
what?
get enough
Okay,
support.
No,
Marty,
you get it.
Marty, what do you
It's
think?
so
What do
funny.
you think about this?
I personally cannot wait to support Andrew Cuomo and Al Franken in
Oh my
2022.
God.
Two sexual assault people who have sexually assaulted women running for public office with the mindset that they think that people would be stupid enough to elect them a second time. Jokes aside, I don't know who would ever support those two people ever, but I can't believe that those two people have the mindset that they could actually win again.
Al Franken actually could.
Yeah, I think
All
Al
right,
Franken.
William, what do you think?
Okay, he's not gonna win. Be realistic. He's not gonna win.
He
I don't
won't
want
win, but he'll get enough support.
No, Vaughn, no, he won't. Honestly,
Yes, he
the
will.
Democrats would vote for the
Yes,
Democrat,
he will.
and the Republicans will vote for the Republican. You have nowhere near enough Republican support to win a governor.
Some Democrats are gonna vote for Cuomo.
That will cut
though.
the Democrat vote by like 10%, and that still be enough for us to win.
All right, Snoop Dogg, what do you think, or Joshua?
Vaughn
No.
is completely right. What are y'all talking about? Of course he's gonna get votes. People were simping all over him. And
Also,
and if
y'all
he
don't
refutes
realize
these
I'm the
points,
only one here that actually lives in New York.
I mean, if this guy is even debating a run, he must have some way to refute this evidence, and people are going to believe him. So I hope he runs, and I hope he comes to the debates, and I hope he campaigns, and I hope he gets his butt whooped in that election.
The only people that would actually vote for him are people who went into a coma right after 2020 and weren't awake all of 2021. Those are the only
No,
people who are gonna vote
No,
for him. You
there's
guys
some
are
real
absolutely delusional.
idiots. There's
Bro,
some real idiots
have you
who
seen New
still
York
don't
City?
believe that he
Have you seen
actually did
everybody
it.
that slept on the
There's some
sleepwalk? There's some real idiots.
real
Here.
idiots.
And how most
Who-
people vote?
There's idiots who will forgive him for leaving his dog behind, sexually assaulting women, the nursing home scandals, his horrible job as governor in general, just because of that last name. And because for some reason they still support him.
All right, before we run out of time, Austin, what do you think?
I think that like Vaughn said, I have seen the like videos, and there are a bunch of stupid people in New York,
There are.
and I think like people with like severe illnesses are gonna vote for him.
All right, so the next thing that we're going to talk about is how the Oregon Supreme Court deemed that Nicholas Kristof cannot run for governor of Oregon. He was like one of the more moderate candidates running on the stage for Oregon governor, and he's not allowed to run because he did not meet the state's residency requirements. What do you guys think about that?
Honestly, Oregon kind of sucks. Like it's a beautiful state, but its politics is absolutely awful. So, this guy probably wasn't gonna win. Unfortunately. Anyways, so
Is this because of Oregon? This is because of Oregon Democrat. You're saying this?
Yeah, because he didn't meet the state's residency requirement.
yeah, that's kind of stupid.
That's very tough on that guy. Like,
Yeah, I feel
Can you
bad
say
for
it
him. He
again?
probably wasn't gonna win because he's a moderate.
yeah, very F in the chat for that man. Like, that's very tough.
Common Oregon L.
All right.
I gotta change my profile pic. I'm
Austin,
sorry.
what do you think?
Bob.
Yeah, Oregon L, but I mean rules are rules. So
It just sucks because I
like
liked Nicholas Kristof. Like I was literally gonna make an endorsement video.
No, he's a great candidate, but he wouldn't win
Yeah,
because it's Oregon.
and he was gonna be my
Yeah.
endorsement, but I guess not. I guess not.
Because
What
Oregon
party is
sucks.
he? What party
He's
is he? Just asking.
Democrat.
Okay.
He probably
know.
wouldn't win because he's moderate though. Because Oregon's the Democratic Party is
Yep.
awful.
Fair.
All right. Joshua, what do you think?
It's unfortunate. That's all I gotta say. It's unfortunate.
All right. Marty, what do you think?
So he didn't meet the residency requirement, but like, where did he live?
That's a great
Just
question.
do-
Let me find that out real quick.
He lived in
Like, did he live
Mississippi.
like a couple miles out of Oregon, or did he live in a completely different state?
He grew up in rural Oregon. Oh, this is it. Okay. So according to OregonLive.com, so I'm not like whatever. Kristof grew up in rural Oregon and has owned property in the states for decades and returned to Oregon nearly every summer while working as a New York Times columnist in New York and abroad. He attested that he's been a resident of Oregon not long enough to run for his highest office, but
That's stupid. He should be allowed to run.
but because he hasn't lived there long enough, and since the last time he paid income tax in Oregon, or like the first time in recently, I guess, was 2019. So because of that, he can't run.
Well, that's
So you're-
unfortunate, but like that's the rules, I guess. He's living in Oregon, he's paying taxes, he's living in New York, he's paying taxes in New York. I mean, I heard about him. I wasn't fully sold on him because I haven't looked into his policies yet. So I guess I won't look into his policies now. But I guess it's unfortunate.
So another thing, I don't live in Oregon, so it doesn't really affect me. Their governor
It
race.
doesn't.
Yeah.
Let's
Plus,
see.
it's not like it's a
Who hasn't
major
spoken
state
on this
whose
yet.
economy will affect like the
Come on,
country as a
actually-
whole.
Who pays taxes in New York? Like, what? How dumb? How dumb is that?
It's a very dumb idea.
Yeah, like who pays taxes in New York? Like, who's like, I'm gonna pay my taxes in the one most.
This
highest-
guy pays his taxes in New York. He's a very proud taxpayer. He wants you to pay your taxes too. You might raise him a little. Well, he used to.
Love you.
All right.
I
let's
kind of
move
missed
on.
the old.
Let's move away
Gabba
from
goober.
elections as for now. So Nancy Pelosi, we all know she's already running for re-election, but she
Yes,
hasn't admitted if she is or isn't going to run for Speaker of the House if the Democrats somehow retain the House of Representatives. Let's start off with James. What do you think about that?
Well, I'm a big Mitch McConnell supporter, so I think Mitch McConnell should be the Speaker of the House and the Senate. But I don't know if that's a very popular opinion, so I'll just say I don't know. I
Pretty
don't like
based in
Nancy
turtles, though.
Pelosi, but this isn't going to come down to anything. I mean, the Senate, the Democrats won't take control of the Senate, or keep control. I mean, so yeah, I don't know. At the end of the day, I don't think it matters all that much.
I know this is never gonna happen, but I hope the Democrats take the Senate just to prove you all wrong. Okay.
The Senate? You mean the House?
Yeah, the House. I'm done.
That means
But I
Zane might have to
will-
cut off his left nut.
But I'd rather have.
Yeah, like I want that to happen. I want to see.
I can't have that happen. You don't understand. I need
I will.
that.
I will buy that off you. By the way, Zane. Okay.
That's
think
that's really weird.
The issue
That
is
is-
everybody. I don't know. I'd rather see the Senate take back control, so that way Mitch McConnell can be the House, the head of the Senate.
What's wrong with you? Like that's even dumber than me saying I want to buy Zane's left.
I hope Mitch McConnell runs for president, to be honest.
Bro, who would win presidency?
I want him to
voted.
become dictator of America, bro.
I
That'd be so
agree,
cool.
bro. Mitch McConnell, honestly, whatever he says, we should just all follow. Mitch
I
McConnell's
gotta
super
agree.
based.
You know, the filibuster, I'm a big fan.
Bro, filibusters are lit. Have you seen Parks and Rec?
I know, right?
Exactly, bro. You get put on your skates and you can
Also,
just
bro,
talk.
round glasses, bro. I might have to buy some round glasses.
True.
All right,
lost
I
my-
got
Josh,
5 pages
Joshua,
around
what do you think
glasses.
about what
Mitch
Nancy
McConnell's
Pelosi
wife-
It's because
said?
of Mitch McConnell.
Has anyone seen Mitch McConnell's wife?
Hey,
How
did-
She's hot, bro.
Joshua,
Did he pull
Joshua,
her?
what do you
Yeah. Now I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no minority party. You know what I'm saying? She's a trash speaker. She's a trash representative, and I hope she wakes up on the wrong side of the bed for the rest of her life and
Dang.
never runs for
Bro.
any political office again.
Anybody who doesn't support Mitch McConnell, I hope their pillow is warm on 2 sides. On both
Same, bro.
sides.
Horrible.
If you don't
human
support
being.
Mitch
Okay,
McConnell.
Marty, what do you think about what Pelosi said?
I mean, come on, guys. She's gonna run for the minority or majority. I really don't think it's gonna be majority, but she's gonna run for the minority leader. It's not even a doubt in my mind. She's a power-hungry witch that doesn't die. She's gonna.
You know she's not
gonna seek
majority leader
power.
right now, right? She's just speaker.
Yeah,
I
but
know.
she would probably become minority leader if
Jimmy Carter for president.
that has nothing to do with Jimmy Carter. All right, Austin, what do you think?
I hope she doesn't run for the majority or minority leader, depending on who wins the House. But
You don't run for leader. Leaders, whoever is
Oh.
in there for the longest, isn't it?
sorry.
You got voted into that.
Well,
That's why
I'm
Mitch
not sure-
McConnell was the majority leader, because he's been in there for 95 years at this point.
That's not true.
He
If
is
that were to
actually
be
only
the
been
case,
in
then
there
Chuck
for like a
Grassley
couple
would be the
decades.
Senate majority leader.
1 second.
Anyways, back to my point. Everybody, if you don't support Mitch McConnell, I want you to give me 2 reasons why Mitch McConnell is not the greatest senator in the history of America.
Okay, and with that said, let's move on. So, Russia was supposed to invade Ukraine this week, according to U.S. intelligence. They didn't. But Joe Biden keeps on saying that Russia will invade. He's like,
Okay.
oh, he thinks Putin has already made up his mind. What do you guys think about that?
Biden does not know what he's talking about. Legit, all
That's
these
what
other
I'm saying.
countries, all these other countries are not scared of Russia right now. Then you have America out here trying to poop themselves over this stuff. Like every European country's like, it ain't happening. And then you have America over here acting like it's what's it called? Like World War II, and we're about to all get bombed by Japan.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I feel like this war is more being escalated by America than it
Thank
is
you.
by, because I saw this video on Tuesday, which, by the way, was the day that they were supposed to get invaded.
Yep.
And there were people in Kiev, the capital of Ukraine, just living their lives.
Exactly. Nobody's worried about
they're
it.
going to work, they're going to malls, they're going to movies. They are
Thank you.
living life.
Wait,
It's
also-
gonna happen. I'm
hold
sorry,
up.
but it's going to happen. They want to do it when it's least expected.
Also, just by curiosity, did you guys see that kindergarten that got bombed in Ukraine? Do you know what was up with that? Like, what actually happened?
So
What?
that's actually a good point right there. Boris Johnson said that it has nothing to do with Russia. It was just
Yeah,
like
I saw
terrorist
that.
attack.
Oh, okay. It was just okay. Because all
But
I think
that's
that's like
that's
Boris
basically
Johnson,
just
calm
with
down.
that.
That's
Like
a
I don't
country
know.
in Europe.
I really don't know. I don't know much about that. I'm gonna be honest. I'm just
yeah,
like
because I saw that in the headlines. I haven't seen anything about it since I first saw it.
Pretty sure
though.
Germany has talked about it multiple times.
What
as
about
well.
what
The Ukraine-Russia situation.
have they? I don't
Other
know.
countries have talked about it and are worried about it.
Isn't
But
Germany like
America
kind
is
of
the
being
only one that
quiet on the
people
whole
talk about
situation?
considering
Macron
most
met
of the
with
people that are
Putin.
talking about it live in America.
I think we can just all agree America's overreacting and nothing's going to
that's
come
what
out
I
of this.
think too.
Yeah.
Like, and
You're
it's not
wrong.
just I'm saying that because like I hate Joe Biden. I'm saying that because it's just like as time goes on and he says, "Oh, they're gonna invade on Tuesday."
Tuesday comes, nothing happens.
I want them to evade.
They want to
Invade.
do it when it's least expected. You're being dumb.
But also, again, why would the capital just have people living their normal lives if Russia was about to kill them?
No clue. No clue, buddy. No clue.
Exactly. It's probably an overreaction by America. You would not have people in Ukraine living their lives and enjoying themselves if Russia was about to send in a
There's
bunch
also
of
there's also
B-52
this
bombers.
theory that I saw that Putin I don't know how to say his last name, is waiting for the Olympics to end. Which
I could see
honestly sounds realistic. Because
Yeah.
Russia, you know how they care so much about their Olympic Games that they make all their athletes take freaking medications to.
No, the funny thing is people talk about how they care about the Olympics so much when even though if you win an Olympic medal and you live in Russia, Russia does not get to take credit for that medal.
Yeah, because of the ROC, because they
Yep.
cheated.
They did cheated.
Nah, and the one girl who cheated,
She didn't even win.
she didn't even win.
That was so funny. I don't like the Winter
Nah,
Olympics so
and
much.
the only reason she could compete is because she was 15. That's the only
She was
reason, because she
15?
applies to anti-doping laws.
So here's my take on it. It's winter right now. If Russia was going to invade, their military is equipped for winter. They would have already invaded by now.
That's true.
Because
Also.
other militaries are not equipped for winter. Famously, militaries fail fighting Russia in the winter. They would have already
Germany.
invaded by now. Spring is coming. It's around the corner. They don't want to invade right now. So if they were going to do it, they would have already done it. This is just an
Yeah.
intimidation tactic that
That's what
Putin
I
is
think.
using. Also, Ukraine has specifically said that the United States is making the situation worse. And I could not agree more. We're escalating the situation. We want to de-escalate the situation.
Yep.
I don't see what we're doing with
I
this
think we should
whole
send 2 nukes to
situation.
Russia.
Okay.
That's it.
Say it, Joshua.
Oh, well, instead of talking all this hoo-wah and soo-wah, Byron and Putin needs to just go sit down at a table and smoke a joint together. So I'll
Eat
go
some
away.
Taco Bell, man.
Yep, Taco
Yes.
Bell and some weed. You know what I'm saying?
I should get a
And
tattoo.
Biden then needs to come back and
Yeah.
legalize it, baby.
I should just get a tattoo of Vladimir Putin and Joe Biden kissing.
What?
Okay, that is enough with that. So, let me say this again. So, there were a ton of COVID restrictions that were eased this week when it comes to masks, like what happened in Nevada. There's no more mask mandate. Vaccine mandates were lifted a little bit, like in Boston. You don't need vaccine for things, whatever. It doesn't matter. What do you guys think about all these COVID restrictions easing away slowly?
I don't
Good.
think it's very surprising. I think it was a bad
Very
half
good.
of the
So
Very
year.
good
based.
stuff.
Bueno.
I'm getting so much hate for my opinion on this. I don't support it.
Just don't say anything. Oh my.
Yeah, shut
Why
up.
don't
Oh,
you
no.
support it, bruh?
Why don't I support it? Because I had
Because he wants
COVID, right?
attention.
Then I
You
got
had
like,
COVID.
hospital
Boo-hoo,
for
man.
4 days and had an 8
Do you have
month-
COVID right now? Do you have COVID right now?
No,
Oh. Can you say that again?
no, I don't have COVID.
Oh. So you survived.
I did survive, but I kind of
Oh, great. That's great news, William. That's great news.
Hey,
Bro,
Vaughn. do you
COVID
have a
just ain't
girlfriend?
strong
Hey,
no more.
I'm
It's out
talking
of
to
its
Vaughn.
prime.
Hey, Vaughn, do you have a girlfriend?
Facts.
Oh,
Hey,
Vaughn,
bro,
shit.
come on, man.
Hey, Vaughn, do you have a girlfriend?
Too soon.
Did you
Too
survive?
soon, William.
Shut
Not
up.
necessary. No,
See-
do you?
No,
I
but
don't-
you were all throwing a
Okay,
tantrum over
but
it.
William,
I'm
William,
not.
No,
why
but
do you
do you have a
genuinely
girlfriend,
like?
Do
why,
you have a
why do
girlfriend?
you think that masks or wait, do you support like a mask mandate?
I support a vaccine mandate. Mask, screw it.
Oh, come on, bro.
What?
What?
Because I think if everyone got the vaccine, that
You
would.
support concentration camps, don't you? You want to put
Okay,
all.
let me
the
get my Buddha Bob
unvaccinated
profile
in
pick up.
a
Hold on.
It's literally 1984.
You are
and
such
you
an
support it.
L, bro.
Let me put this one back up. Let me put this
My
back up.
favorite thing
Big
is when
brother
people,
William over here.
when people say this is like 1984, they've never even read a page of 1984.
I've actually
I
read
read the whole book.
1984.
All 50 pages.
What? That's not. It's more than okay.
Okay.
You know, it's not 1984.
Facts. It's 2022.
It's 1941. That's more like it.
Okay.
It's actually.
Is everyone
actually,
like?
guys.
So besides William, is everyone like liking how restrictions are getting eased?
I live in
I love it.
California, bro. What restrictions getting eased are you talking
You don't
about?
have to. You don't have to wear a mask if you're vaccinated anymore.
I am vaccinated, but I still gotta wear a fucking mask in school.
Well, that's school.
Bro, you just don't.
I
No, I
get no
still
vaccine.
do. The restrictions.
Magic
I
Johnson
still have to
didn't
wear
need a
mask.
vaccine.
Yeah, bro.
Well, Magic Johnson has AIDS.
why does Eric Garcetti not get to wear a mask at a freaking the
Exactly.
Super Bowl?
I shouldn't have
Well,
to
because
if I
it's
don't
the Super
want
Bowl.
to.
You're outdoors.
Shut up. Stop defending
He
people.
was in a booth, and the SoFi Stadium is indoors.
Home of the best.
You know,
home of the
I just want
best.
to talk about New York.
SoFi's
real
home of the
quick.
best team ever.
Uh,
Who, the Rams?
Kathy Hochul, or as I
Mm-mm.
like to call her,
No, Chargers.
Devil Bitch, probably won't lift any mandates, but you know, I can pray.
Can
I
we
live in
all
T-
agree that you
and
should
ev-
be required to wear at least 3 masks when outside? And if you're not quadruple boosted at this point, then you should be thrown into a death camp.
Concentration camp. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Schindler's List all
You
over again.
just described William's beliefs.
That is William's
Bro, I
beliefs
just
in a
lost
nutshell.
What had
$20.
happened?
I don't know. Anyways, let's move on. This is actually really big news. Like, this is huge. We talked about this a little bit last week, right, Marty? You're the one who brought it up.
Yeah.
So John Durham said that lawyers for the Clinton campaign paid a tech company to infiltrate the Trump Tower servers to create the narrative of Trump-Russian collusion. So basically, what this report is saying, that everything dealing with Trump and Russia collusion is false and is made up by the Clinton campaign. Marty,
They
what do you think?
spied on my campaign, Nancy.
I mean, I'm
It's
pretty
just
sure.
Firegate.
I mean, like, okay, so here's my 2 takes on this. I have 2 different takes. One, I feel like we already knew it, that it was kind of fake, and they were just kind of trying to pick up something that they could point fingers at. But another thing is, I want Durham, I think that's his name, to find like real evidence. So like this, so far this is just like a claim that he's working on. I want him to find real evidence, and then if it's true, to see some people get put behind bars.
All right, Austin, what do you think?
Hold on, come back to me. My phone's kind of acting up.
Okay, Vaughn, what do you think?
All right. Well, basically, if this is true, there's another thing that's happening. Trump has to go on trial in New York within 21 days. Actually, no, within 20 days now, because I saw the report yesterday. But it might be a little more outdated. But here's my take on it: if both Hillary Clinton and Trump get arrested, that's a great thing. You know,
It should be
in
cellmates.
2016, people were saying lock him up, lock her up, lock them both up. You know what I mean? Like, honestly, those two rotting behind bars, I hope they're cellmates. Like,
Thank you.
it's such a beautiful thing to see the political establishment get absolutely destroyed each day.
Okay.
That is my take on it.
All right, Joshua, what do you think?
This Watergate 2.0, baby. I want to see Hillary get put behind bars. Then I want to see John Kerry put behind bars. I
Let's
wanna
go.
see- I don't want to see Barack Obama.
Okay, can I
But
answer?
for real though, they should legalize weed.
All that just to say that.
Okay. Oh, William, what do you think?
I kind of hope that Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump get Jeffrey Epstein in jail.
Okay. James, what do
You
you
mean
think?
you mean murder?
Jeffrey Epstein.
What? He's dead.
James, what do
Wait,
you
Yeah, I
think?
mean
wait,
murder.
you mean kill himself?
Yeah, well,
You mean,
wink,
you mean
wink.
kill themselves?
Yeah,
What?
yeah. You
Yeah,
mean
yeah,
kill
wink, wink.
themselves?
Yeah, he killed himself. You
Wait,
really
what-
think Bill
are you
Clinton?
promoting suicide?
Sorry.
Oh, no, look at this, guys. Okay, here's this guy called John Luke Brunel, and he was held in prison on suspicion of supplying girls to Epstein. And guess what happened?
He got
He
killed.
was just found hanged 14 hours ago, or
It was
Whoa.
totally
hours
suicide.
ago.
Wink, wink.
Bro, that's such a coincidence.
Brunel did not
Crazy
kill
world.
himself,
Heard
guys.
about
That
this
is
before
such
that. I
a
thought we were
wild
actually gonna talk about it.
coincidence, man.
Wink, wink. Yeah, this is totally real. No,
Hillary
I
Clinton
just,
2024,
but on
guys. Am
on
I
a
right?
serious note, I hope no one dies in jail. I hope no one gets killed, no matter how much I hate him. I don't want anyone to see dead. So that's what. All jokes
Even
aside.
Hitler?
Hitler's
Wow.
already dead.
I wonder if
Hitler-
Maxwell is gonna end up getting
Hitler
hanged
is
too.
already dead.
Can I give
Wait,
my
is she
opinion
still
on the
alive?
John Durham thing?
I think so.
Yeah.
So obviously Hillary's been like, oh, this is like being used to create a fake scandal against me, because this is a time where she is being seen as like a potential candidate in 2024, by the way.
She is.
Actually,
Yeah,
For
actually,
some
Yeah.
reason.
for some reason. So like she's gonna
For
be like,
some
oh my gosh, I don't
strange
want
reason.
this to hurt my presidency. So I'm just gonna say it's fake. So I don't know. I don't know what to think about this. I think more evidence needs to come out, but the fact that, this is big. This is a big deal. But yeah. That's what I
Okay.
got.
I must be president. You do not understand.
The
need
turntables on
to
this,
be
the
president.
Russiagate now affecting Clinton, and now Clinton claiming fake news. Turntables.
whoa.
Tables.
Oh, about Maxwell, her family is saying that they fear for her safety after Brunel was found dead.
Oh.
Mhm.
She
It's the
was
Clintons.
already feeling suicidal though.
Okay, anyways, let's
You know,
move on to
John
the final
Kerry could be-
topic. So if you guys have been paying attention to Canada recently, truckers took over the Capitol building, not the Capitol building. They've been protesting, they've been taking over the Capitol, Ottawa, and Justin Trudeau evoked a state of emergency for the protest, and they also
Wait.
said that they're going to freeze bank accounts to stop funding the movement.
What are they protesting?
Vaccine
Yeah.
mandates.
Oh, based.
What do you guys think about that?
I go first. Trudeau is a fascist. He is comparable to Hitler, and we're going to
Trudeau a
nuke
dick?
Canada and Trudeau to help them. But seriously though, this is fascism. This is fascism, guys. It's authoritarianism, and the truck convoy needs our help. Trudeau can't freeze my bank account because I'm American, baby.
Yes, sir.
Edit in a bald eagle sound right here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but it's authoritarian. It's bad, and Trudeau did blackface. So
I don't care. Okay.
Pretty
It was in high
racist.
school. It was literally in high school. He was a literal kid. I don't care if he was a kid who did black.
So if
They
I
made
were
the
to
big
do
deal
blackface
deal
right now, would
about
that
that.
be
So the
that big
fact
of a
that you're
deal?
defending him doing blackface is technically defending racism. It wouldn't.
Yeah,
would-
bro,
would-
that's
would
kind of
not be.
racist.
No, if
Yeah.
it,
Are we really
if he did it,
surprised
like,
that the dude who
if he did it
supports
5 to 1 year
concentration
ago,
camps
I
is
would care about it.
racist?
Yes. Okay. If he did it 5 to 1 year ago, I would care. Other way around. 1 year to 5 years ago, I would care about it. That's a serious threat. He was in high school.
So if I were to do blackface right now, would that be that big of a deal, William?
Yes, because you just did it. And
But I'm
but
in
that
high
was
It's a
it.
school.
racist, always a racist.
But I'm in high school.
I know, but if you, I'm not gonna call you racist 25 years from now. See what I mean? That's my logic. It was so long ago.
Hey, so are you saying that all the stuff that Trump did in like the 70s and 80s should not be held against him?
Yeah.
Okay, rape and blackface are two different things.
Oh, two different things.
Oh.
Okay.
Dang.
So hypothetically, right? Andrew Cuomo, right? He sexually assaulted someone just a couple months ago, but he's grown as a person since then, right? So would it be bad?
Okay, there's a difference between like blackface and murder and like rape.
I don't know. Blackface is racism, and racism would be a hate crime.
Should like a joke that like Donald Trump said about like grabbing women be taken account to like Trudeau's blackface?
That one should be accountable because he did it recently.
No, he did that in like the 2000s.
He did that.
Yeah, and that was a while ago.
Wait,
that was about 20 years ago. Trudeau was in high school about 20 years ago, I think.
No, he did that in the 2000s, actually.
God, you're an idiot.
I know I am.
All right, I'm gonna go on the truckers now because whatever. So apparently these Marxists think it's okay. I'm just kidding. But honestly, I don't understand. So they are protesting vaccine mandates. It's a workers' uprising against vaccine mandates. I mean, they shouldn't be forced to take the vaccine because I'm not a fascist like William who likes to force things on other people. But I mean, I don't support them blocking the roads and whatnot. I think that they have the right to protest and not deliver their trucks or whatever. Right to openly criticize the government. What Trudeau is doing is absolutely terrible. But I think they're blocking the roads is not good.
Oh, could I add in? Trudeau is also like, he's on a massive decline. If you saw him, he was in Parliament, and I think he accused a certain group of people of being, was it neo-Nazis or racist or something, and there are people in that group that were Jewish, and then people came in there on Parliament that were Jewish. Like, they just roasted him, I guess.
But Trudeau is Trudeau is Canada's first Indian prime minister, though, right?
Yeah.
He's also the first black prime minister.
He's the first black and Indian prime minister, right?
I'm not going to talk about this one because I'm going to get roasted again.
Because you like Justin Trudeau under defending a literal
okay,
racist.
I don't like
he
Justin
did
Trudeau
blackface. He didn't
You're
just
defending
once.
a
He did it
racist.
multiple times.
I don't like Justin Trudeau anymore. He didn't have a good COVID response. That's about it.
Is it because he's not forcing concentration camps on people?
What? I'm not going to force concentration camps on people.
Seems like you want to.
I mean, like canceling movies, flights. I'm not going to send someone to prison for that.
What?
That's what I mean.
Can I point out that Justin Trudeau did
you
by
can't ask
invoking?
about being
I'm gonna point something right here. I'm gonna point something out. What Justin Trudeau did by invoking the Emergency Act, was the first time that it has been enacted since 1988.
What happened?
Wasn't his father prime
minister
minister during 1988?
The thing that caused it to happen in 1988 was, let me check that out real quick. Uses. Fuck, I can't find it. It's literally. Oh, here we go. This is what. It was last used in 1988 to provide more civil rights protections.
Okay.
Well, that's different.
Yeah. So we went from civil rights protections to there's protesters in the Capitol. Let's send horses and stomp on them.
The bite of 87.
Did y'all see the video of the old woman getting freaking trampled?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, let me show it to you right now.
Bro, why did the police use horses? I feel like that's kind of dangerous.
Okay, here we go. Let me hold up. Here we go.
She looks like a sweet old grandma.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Man, this looks so violent. This looks like the actual Capitol riot.
Hey, William, is that like the ideal person to put in your concentration?
Whoa!
My God.
Here's
Stop with the concentration.
So you see that?
camp.
Here's the photo. There's the photo. You can see the horse literally stepping on the person right there.
Put the horse in the concentration camp.
That's literally
bro,
just
this
like
video's gonna
Tiananmen
get
Square.
taken
That horse
down
is a
when you post it.
fascist.
You know that, right?
This is literally 1984.
And somehow I'm like,
literally
1988.
1984. folks. Literally
Tiananmen Square,
1984.
however you pronounce it.
You know, this reminds me of another situation.
You know, I think the people of Canada should revolt and they have a new government without Trudeau.
You know, when Adolf Hitler became Chancellor of
Okay,
Germany.
that's enough. All right. With all of that said, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.